Well, that opens up the ball. Now everyone, let me tell you one thing. As we all know, not many content creators can be good video game reviewers, but there are some. Right now, there's a lot of people who are doing it. I wanted to do it, only the thing you have to remember is that being a video game reviewers, what games do they review? Do they review all of it? That's the real question you have to ask yourself. Let me give you, for example, a game called The First Descendant. That game got a Metacritic score of at least 50. Once Human got 70 on the yellow side. Only the problem is, you know what? Perhaps I could show you the player count. We'll pick up later. Okay, let's start with Once Human player count. Let's see how many. Okay, see this? The Metacritic score was so low, yet it got, right now, 164,881. Right now. All-time peak, 231,000. Now let's check another one. The First Descendant. The First Descendant. Ah, here it is. See? Players right now, 93,555. All-time peak, 264,000. See? That's an example why not every game made either in China or South Korea, or perhaps have attractive characters or anything, video game journalists are going to give a low score, or they won't review at all. Which is why, if any video game developers who are watching this, I like to volunteer. Yes, I may not be reviewing it immediately after the game launch. Could be taking me a week or 10 days or a month. I volunteer. And yes, I may not be professional like most of these outlets, although you have to ask yourself, if these outlets spends like what, 16 hours, 24 hours to review and then give a low score? Or perhaps you rather see people who did play a game a few hours or something and then got yourself a good rating, a good score? Which would you choose? Now, this comes in the wake of Black Myth Wukong, which by the time of this upload is probably less than 2 weeks left, or perhaps a few days, probably tomorrow. On second thought, I think I'm gonna say 10 days. 10 days left, if I'm right. Don't worry, my editor will confirm it. And I have to say, based on what's happening, so far the recent hit piece is mostly a month ago. Or I think based on YouTube channels, which I had to recheck, hang on a sec. I need to check most of my subscribers that cover this. See Hypnotic. Okay, the recent one was, of course, last week. Yeah, from The Guardian. We'll just have to wait and see, but then again, even if this game were to review it, I'm gonna have to make a betting guess that journalists is not gonna review it, or if they do, they'll give a low score. I mean, take a look at what First Descendant and Once Human. All of them got about mediocre score, yet the player count is so high, so why is that? And the Game of the Year award isn't far away. But then again, just like Hogwarts Legacy, if I had to make a guess, they're not going to support this. This thing's not going to be on the Game of the Year. Similar to Stellar Blade, the First Descendant's not going to be there, or perhaps be nominated. So for me, I decided to volunteer. That's why I started video game reviews with the First Descendant. Yes, even though it's 1 month or 1 month later, that's how I did, and it worked. To any video game devs who are from China, South Korea, anything, I would like to volunteer to be your reviewers. If you don't trust any of those journalists, we YouTubers, we volunteer for it.
Looks like we made it. And with nothing but a few scratches to show. Think you might have overdone it?
I followed the instructions to the letter. Maybe it triggered a reaction with the Mako?
Well, let's hope the city's still in one piece.
But the planet's what matters, right? I mean, this must have helped some.
After all that, it had better have. Anyway, let's get going. We in Sector 8?
That'd be just down there.
All right then, lead the way.
You got it.
Leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below. What do you guys think? What kind of scores or Metacritic scores do you think Black Myth Wukong will be rated? List it in the comments. If you want any woke or anti-woke detected, visit my second channel up here or link in the description.